Hello and welcome to the tarot reading. This is for all those who have a Taurus zodiac sign, be it a sun sign, moon sign, or ascendant. So let us see what the month of February has in store for Taurus. I will pull out 4 cards, one for each week, and I'm very sorry for that background noise. There is some work happening in one of these buildings nearby, so my apologies for that. And let me resume the reading. Let's see what's in store for you, Taurus. That's your first week card, second week, third week, and that's towards the end of February. And let me see what you start with. You've got Witch of the End of the World, an important end and a new beginning. So in the first week of February, Taurus, all of you are experiencing a very significant closure to some aspect of your life. But that is also, happening so that, you can start another chapter, so to say, right? So when we end one chapter, it means that we need to move on to something. So let us see what is this end and what is this beginning, what you are experiencing in the first week. It's a very, very important week for you, no doubt about that. No doubt about that. See, you got the World card. Both these cards have the same words, end of the world, and this is the world. So, something has got over for good. There is no going back to, whatever has closed, whatever has ended, whatever it might be for you, Taurus. There is a certain ending. But, I would also like to say that whatever has ended, it's like, a chapter has come to a natural conclusion, a natural end. It's not one of those abrupt endings. It's not one of those things which have stopped in between for, which has kind of disturbed you. It is something, which was as it is heading towards its conclusion. That's the kind of ending you have experienced, right? Got the Queen of Cups and you have the Page of Pentacles. See, in the first week, whatever ending is happening, whatever you have experienced, okay, whatever ending you have experienced, it's a very emotional time for you, no doubt about that. And I think you're spending a lot of time in looking after others. I've also got this Page of Pentacles, which could be people younger to you or even children. Some of you, you need to really put in that effort in looking after others. Queen of Cups could also represent a maternal figure. So some of you, might be spending a lot of time looking after, your mother, looking after younger people in the family, taking care of a lot of responsibilities. And with the Page of Pentacles, it's also, it's a time to, like this card says, it's an ending as well as a beginning. So, and the Page of Pentacles also represents beginnings, right? So, whatever it is that has ended now, that you need to get going with something new. Or if you have spent a lot of time, with this whole process, now it's time to get back to work. It's time to get started with something. Right, you spend a lot of time the first week of February and today is only the second. So, this energy is going to, persist till about 7th of February. You're taking a lot of time to get used to emotionally, adjusting to this change. Emotionally adjusting, accepting it, and also nurturing yourself, because something which has ended, it whatever it has been a part of your life, things moving away from you, it leaves that kind of vacuum, that open space, that empty space, which can make us feel a little wanting, emotional support, right, to tide over all of that. And I think it would be a good idea for some of you to get back to work also. It's going to shift your focus a little bit, shift your energy also a little bit, get back to work also. Otherwise, it can be a little overwhelming to be in that midst of, that energy of what has ended. So, it's time to move on to something else also, as this card says. Second week of February, you have Grumpy Red Fairy. be true to yourself. See, whenever something does end, like as this card is saying, something has closed for you, it can take a lot of time to heal. And that's why you got the Page of Pentacles. It says that, spend your energy in, doing some work, because the more you keep sitting and dwelling on things, and especially emotionally, feeling very overwhelmed, it's just going to take your energy into it'll just kind of spiral down. So put that energy into getting back into daily routine, or doing something which is going to help you convert that energy into something a little more constructive and positive. But this grumpy fairy, red fairy, says be true to yourself, right? She is telling you that even if don't neglect your emotions. You might feel a little irritable, you might feel a little short tempered, you might feel like snapping at others. This is in the second week of February. And with the Page of Swords over here, and the Knight of Pentacles over here, and the High Priestess over here, so you might be feeling a little a little uncomfortable. You might feel that you want to get going, you want to get started with something. You're feeling a little what is the word I'm looking for, you know it's like, what you naturally feel like doing, go ahead and do that. Don't hold back. Trust your instinct and trust your intuition, and then follow through. You might have got a lot of ideas, you might be in a little confused space. What should I do? Should I do this? Should I do that? So this card is saying be true to yourself. What is it that you really want to do? Pick up that and then move forward. But you need to trust your intuition on this, Taurus, right? Otherwise it's going to make you feel irritable. You're going to be grumpy, because you're getting the opportunity to move ahead with something, but if you're not going to take it, that is what is going to make you feel grumpy. So amidst all that confusion, trust your intuition. What makes you happy? What is it that spend a little time just getting in touch with yourself before you move forward with whatever you would like to. Because with the Knight of Pentacles, he's like high on energy. So you just might feel that you just need to get started with something, and later on realize that this is not something you would like to do. So instead of just rushing in haste, it would be a good idea to check with your intuition, check with what makes you happy, and what is it that really aligns with you, and then take a decision to move forward. And I also feel for some of you, that energy could be building up. You might feel a little restless, that what should I do? Should I just rush ahead and go ahead with something? No. But don't do that without taking cognizance of what your gut is telling you, what your intuition is telling you. It would be a good idea, I personally feel, not to move forward with anything in the second week of February, but to wait and just tune into your feelings, and just let that entire thing fall into place, and then move forward. Otherwise you might feel like backtracking. Third week of February, three witchy sisters, the power of three. This is very, very significant, because there's a saying which says that everything happens in threes. Okay, and it also says that what has happened once, it must have already happened twice, and it's definitely going to happen the third time. That is what the three witchy sisters are saying, that whatever has happened once will happen the second time, and will happen the third time also, before it completely gets over. So let us see what it is. Eight of Wands. See, in the third week of February, Taurus, you need to really move away from something. You might feel that there is something which is keeping you, that's holding you back. Okay? And, both these cards are saying the same thing. I think you've got an opportunity which you would like to pursue. Okay? And this is an opportunity probably which has come in your life before this time also, but whatever you did with that, I really don't know, the cards are not telling me, but what they are telling me is that something, which you wanted to do way back, for some reason, whether you did it, it did not work out, or you did not make use of that opportunity. Some opportunity has come again, or probably an opportunity you are aware of, but whether you want to take any action towards it, second week of February is going to see you in that confusion, wherein you need to really check with your intuition about what you need to do. And it's also going to create a lot of stress. You could feel a little stressful and grumpy about how you are going to deal with something like this. For some of you, three people could be involved in this. Three people, friends, partners, siblings. Okay, so that, do make a note of that also. However, rather than just focusing only on what you want or only what one person wants, it would be a good idea, to make sure that things work out in such a way that it is harmonious for everyone involved, right? That's the way to come out of this. That's the only way, you will come out of some kind of confusion or some kind of indecision which is pending. You will be able to come out of it. So a good idea to consult with everyone before you move forward. And for those of you where it is not about other people, this is the time where you can take the action which you could not take in the past. Now, with the Eight of Wands, the energy is going to move quite quickly in the third week of February. So, it would be a good idea to take one step and see how things pan out. At least that will bring you out of that state of confusion otherwise about what you should do and what you should not do. So, both these options are there. If it is people concerning three people, take into account everyone's point of view. If it is only about you, after having spent time in the second week, in the third week, take the first step. You'll start, things will start becoming clear, because that is a time when you're ready to take that step. And things will move quickly for you when you take that first step. And that, by then you would have regained that balance about, how you want to proceed with things. Fourth week of February sees ghost of the past. The past returns for a time. Look, that's what this card says. Three witchy sisters. It's something about your past, resurfacing. Okay. Let me see what this is. Whatever decision you take, okay, Taurus, it is going to open up a past. Like I said, I got that, that something is incomplete, something which has not been settled, needs to settle finally. And, probably you did not do much about it, way back. But this is the time you need to really do something about it. And then that's what is going to open up the past. And let's see, what comes up. You got the Emperor. Empress, Three of Pentacles. You got a 3 here, you got a 3 there. See, Taurus, I feel that in the fourth week of February, right, right, whatever surfaces from the past, you have an opportunity to recreate it or create something nice out of it, something to your liking. Whatever past is incomplete, whatever past has not been, has not got a good conclusion, or something which is open ended, which has always been bothering you because you've not been able to take a decision, or you've not been able to do something so that you give it a logical conclusion or a logical decision. That all right, do you want it, do you don't want it, you want to give it up, you want to stay with it, what is it that you want to do in the fourth week of February? That is what is going to open up. And here with the 3 of Pentacles, you're going to get an opportunity to create something for yourself with respect to this past thing which has been left incomplete. You need to complete it. You need to make up your mind what you want to do with that, and you need to be logical. You need also to be a little more sensitive and emotional as well, because you need to see, is this something which is going to nurture me? Is this something, because this is something which really bothers you, Taurus. And things have been open-ended, things have just been left hanging. You have not been able to do anything about it. That confusion has been there in your mind. Should I not? Sometimes you feel like moving ahead, and sometimes you feel like, No, 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 no. Hold the horses. So in the fourth week, by then you will get that clarity, what is it that you need to do, and whatever decision you take, it is going to be something which, you need to start moving with. You need to start taking the steps. You need to get going with that, because by then you will get the clarity, what you want to do. And I feel for all of you, you are going to pick it up. You are going to, give it a nice shape. You're going to give it a nice, you're going to create something nice out of that. And you feel that it's about time that, you should be doing something for your well-being. You must take the steps which make you feel that, you're doing something which adds value, happiness, and, joy to your life. You love doing those kind of things. So those are the things, which have been left hanging for a long time. By the fourth week of February, you will take that decision that yes, I really need to do this. I really need to give it some shape. I need to give it a form. I need to be very definitive with this. And that's the conclusion, you're going to reach by the end of the month. So hope you found this reading helpful, and thank you for watching.